Hey, it's Carty. Welcome to another episode of Behind the Picture. It is Sunday. I help emerging photographers and struggling photographers, maybe like you, that are looking to change their 9 to 5 reality from that grind that you might be doing during the day to the life of a working pro. I've been doing this whole coaching photographers thing. It started with my assistant back 25 years ago. I've always helped my assistants transition to pros, and now over the last 3 years, I've been doing it online and helping photographers like you realize their dreams of being a working pro. So I'm here to help you create your ideal photography life. Welcome, by the way. If you don't know me, I'm Carty. Thank you. Today, we're going to dive deep into something that's very crucial for your success as a photographer, but it always gets overlooked, which is organizing your life. Organizing not just your actual life, but your digital life. If you're an emerging photographer, a seasoned pro, a very well-organized life can boost your productivity, your creativity, and your overall well-being. So let's break it down. We're going to talk step by step about some comprehensive tips so you can streamline every aspect of your life. And believe me, I've been streamlining my life for a while, and I really started, I'll say about 3 months ago when my girlfriend and I just moved in together in the same spot, her spot. And that was the beginning of me oh my goodness, I need to organize my actual life. My digital life has always been pretty organized. We're going to talk about that in a sec, but I had to organize my living space and how efficient everything was, and there's no better time to do that than when you're moving. So I've been doing it for months, and my first real organization started with this office, and this new office was something that it was important for me to have, like, good organization here in my office, and to be able to have a nice, clean, organized table that I can just literally slide over to and work there without monitors and look out the window. I can work there on my laptop. Another one of the things that I just started to do recently, because I like this table to be super clean. I like it to have nothing on it. So one of the things that I started to do recently I put everything on a tray. All the things that I like to have on my table all the time, I want to be able to have the opportunity or the option to just clear that table super easily. And when everything is just scattered all over the table, it's like everything that I want there, I just have on a tray. I have my laptop, my iPad, and this tray. And it's basically, it makes it super easy for me to use that table to film. Another thing about organizing this office, I put everything on casters. So everything is on wheels. So it's super easy for me to slide and rearrange this office any way that I want. If I wanted to pull that table up here and have a second table so I can have an L table, so I can work here or here. I can the whole idea is to make your space organized, and it's not just your workspace, but your home space as well, your kitchen, your living area, like how you store your clothes, like everything. We have to organize everything. But we're going to talk first about decluttering your digital space, because as a photographer, an organized digital space will save you so much time, like time on a level that you can't even comprehend. Imagine you do a shoot and you have a memory card and you format it, and then you're like, oh no, I didn't import that card yet. And now that photo shoot that was here on this card is now gone. So having a system for making sure that the shots go from your camera card directly into your machine, and you know the ones that are imported and the ones that aren't imported. Super easy way to create. And I have a different system, but I'm going to start adopting this system. It's basically just two little cups. You can do like pen holders or like pencil holders or whatever. Two little cups. You have one cup there that it's cards that are not imported, and it's you put to be imported, a little sticker on it. And then on the other one, you say, yes, already imported. Like, put them back in your camera bag. For me, what I do is if a card is on my desk, it usually means that it needs to be imported. In this case, with this particular card, this card belongs in this camera this camera. And I use this card when I'm filming videos at my desk. I have a card already in this camera, but it just depends on like what camera I shot with last. So I basically, my last video I made with this camera, so the card is still out. So decluttering your digital space, backing up your work. I use externals. I have a nice external system, but this is a lacy, this isn't a lacy rugged. This is a SanDisk. I used lacy ruggeds for so long that I'm so used to saying this is a lacy rugged, but it's actually not. This is not a lacy rugged. This is a SanDisk, and SanDisk make some really amazing hard drives. And this one is an SSD, which we all should be using SSD drives to use like for our working files. I run on a Mac Mini. My Mac Mini is an SSD drive. My data that I work off of, all my videos, I edit them off of SSD drives. And my data, my main I would call it 1 or 2 terabytes of stuff I'm working on, is all stored on SSD drives until I'm finished with it. Then I move it to spinning drives for archive. And I'm in process of getting a RAID array so I can actually I can go back to having 21 terabytes of stuff that I have access to all on hard drives. So make sure you're backing up your work. I use an ABC process, and 3-2-1. I'm mixing up my processes. I use a 3-2-1 backup system, which is 3 copies of everything, 2 different types of media, one of them off-site. So 3 different backups. So it's basically you have it on your memory card, you have it on your computer, and then you have it in the cloud. Like that's 3 different. I mean, usually it would be like 1 hard drive, 2nd hard drive, cloud. That's 3 copies of something in 2 different locations. The cloud being offsite in case like fire, theft, or something like that. And then the one offsite is super, super smart. So make sure you're backing up your stuff regularly. Next thing is organize your files. Have a consistent naming system and a folder structure. Like organize by year, by client, by project. Inside each project folder, have subject folders, raw files, edited images, contracts, invoices. Try to keep, you can keep everything nice and tight that you're working on for one specific client. For me, I keep my raw files all in Lightroom organized by date, but I also organize my client folders by dates and my edited images, my content. I have basically everything in one folder except for the raw files, which I use Lightroom to manage. All right, another thing that is super important that I see so many photographers being really, really unorganized with is having a clean desktop. Having a clean desktop so your stuff is just, it makes it so much nicer with your digital life if you have a wicked clean desktop. So something that, like, take the time to organize your desktop. A cluttered desktop is overwhelming. What we do is we just keep saving files on our desktop, and it actually slows down your computer, especially if you're on a Mac. It slows down your computer because you actually have to, like, the Mac rewrites your desktop every time it needs to show it. So all of those, it just slows down and bogs down your Mac. So, or your PC. Just keep nothing on your desktop. Just make it like, store your photos in the photos, store your documents in documents, store your design in your design folder, store your movies and video files in your movies folder. Like, but also, here's another secret. I don't store anything locally. I don't store anything important locally on my computer. Everything is on externals. Everything is on externals. And when you're looking at your own computer, it should look, let me show you what my Finder looks like. Ooh. When you look at your own computer, it should look something like this. Like my drives and all my sidebar. I have everything that I access quickly, I have on my sidebar. And all my drives, my Mac Mini, my main hard drive, the SSD that's connected, and my storage drive that's connected. And you'll see I have video and stills. And the way that I organize my files is always the same. I have a video folder and a stills folder. And in my stills folder, there's always masters. And my masters, these are my raw files. And then I have the work that I'm working on. So, and the same with my videos. These are the videos that I'm working on. And if you look at any of my other drives, it has the same video format. Videos, stills. And right now I'm just grabbing some stuff from Google Drive, so I have this here as well. So all of my hard drives are set up that way, video and stills. So have a naming convention, have a way that you always do things, so it makes it super easy to organize your digital life. Clear your hard drives, organize your hard drives. Like, use tools like Carbon Copy Cloner, use CC Cleaner, Disk Cleanup to clean your system. Delete duplicated files. If you have old downloads, old mail attachments, like any files that you don't need anymore, like, do like a digital computer detox and get rid of all that stuff on your computer that is literally just slowing your system down. Remember how fast your computer was when it was new? The reason that it's not that fast is because of, like, you're digitally hoarding stuff on your computer, like literally digitally hoarding. So, and also we have to continually evaluate our current digital systems and our workflows. Like, we actually have to tighten up our digital systems. If something isn't working as efficiently as it could, literally take the time to fix it. It might mean investigating what's going on with your software. Do I need to buy new software? Do I need to learn new skills? Or do I need to just tweak a process that I'm doing that I could be doing faster, better, quicker? Like, the goal is to make your digital life as streamlined and as effective as possible. That's the only goal. So if you have to learn new tools and new skills, learn those tools and learn those skills. Like, if you need to know something or learn something in order to be more efficient, don't hesitate to invest the time. Whether it's mastering Photoshop, Lightroom, Bridge, like whatever the software is that you might need to master. If you don't know how to retouch, what about this? Like, what about your website? What about the SEO of your website? What about, like, understanding how to make it so your photos go right to the edge and the borders and, like, all of these little things that we actually have to learn on a day-to-day basis? Like, spend some time. It's all part of organizing your digital life and organizing your photography business so it runs efficiently, so you can make money. So you're not spending or wasting time doing non-efficient things. Streamline your workflow. Streamline your workflow. I use Notion And Notion helps me manage projects way more efficiently. I create boards, I create lists for different projects, I set deadlines, and I use it to track my progress. And I'm transferring everything over to Indy, so I can use Indy to also do this. Indy does it visually, which makes it super easy. The visual approach helps you stay on top of your tasks and meet and exceed your clients' expectations. And I love automation. Like, take advantage of automation tools. I use IFT, but there's another tool called Zapier that so many people are using to handle repetitive tasks. You can automate the process of sending thank you emails to clients after a shoot or scheduling social media posts. It helps you save time and allows you to focus more time on the creative aspects of our work. So Notion is the thing that I use, and Indy, and I use Wave for accounting. Like, Notion is a wonder. Notion has literally changed my life. And I'm going to show you a couple of like my Notion video templates. Like, this is what my video templates look like. And I make all of this in Notion. And the thing that's insane is you can see how detailed that my notes are when I do my podcasts or when I do my videos. Like, this is where I build all of my tools. This is where I do my masterclass notes. This is where I concept videos and past episodes. Like, this is where all of my notes live for all of my education. So Notion, and I build templates for Notion for photographers, like my ultimate call sheet. Like, the ultimate photographer's call sheet is just one of the things that I've built, and I'll show you what a call sheet looks like when I've actually filled it out. So this is my insane call sheet, and you can see how absolutely insanely detailed that I am with my call sheet and the mood boards. But I'm going to show you what an actual call sheet looks like, because I saved one here on my desktop to show you guys, so you can see what I share with my client. And this was for a creative shoot, but I'm gonna try to like redact out some of this stuff so you don't get to see all of it. So those names are okay. So here, so this is my call sheet. So this is what it looks like as a PDF when I send it. So what it's for, who the people are, where it is. Woo, let me fast forward through that. What the studio address is, and then visual references for the makeup artist and for the team. Like, I go deep with my call sheets. So that's what a call sheet looks like for one of my creative shoots. So you can get an idea as to how far I push when I'm trying to inspire my team. This is what I send them. And it's like, I also have, like, I talk about, I'm doing multiple lighting setups from single light to multiple lights. So, yo, Freddie, welcome to the Carty crew. Let's go. Freddie, glad you're in the community now, my guy. Welcome. Thank you. And you get to smoke whenever you become a member, my guy. Appreciate you. All right. So be organized. This is what my call sheet, that's just my call sheet. And I built this call sheet using Notion. And Notion is like absolutely insane. Now, let me get back to my actual notes about organizing our digital lives and our actual lives. Right now, we're talking about organizing your digital life. So streamline your workflow, create templates for common tasks. Like, you saw how many templates that I have, how many YouTube templates that I have. And I create templates for emails, for contracts, for invoices. I use Indeed contracts and invoices. It not only saves time, but it ensures consistency when it comes to communicating and all my documentation. You can use Adobe PDF to auto sign stuff. You can use HelloSign, and you're able to manage all your stuff digitally. And develop a routine for your editing. Like, I have a routine for my workflow, how I bring stuff into my machine, how I automatically add my metadata. So each image that I shoot, as I import, it's being copywritten. It's like it's copyrighted. And my camera settings and all of that stuff are all baked into the EXIF data. And like, I just have a system for everything, a system for choosing, a system for culling, a system for doing basic adjustments, and a systems for sort of like applying my signature style. And you can then save a preset, save your own preset. And it makes it so your whole process is sped up. It's beautiful. Email. This is another thing. Like, email. People are not great always at email, and I like to think that I'm pretty great at email. Now, although I can't reveal like all of my email, I'm gonna figure out a way to like gray this out. Let's see how I can share half my screen. Oh, I should probably be able to do it like this. So what I do, guess split screen, there you go. So my email, you can see how I have mailboxes and I have several different emails, but I have flagged messages, and any email that I get that's important, I mark it flagged. So I can just click here and see all of my flagged messages, and anything important gets flagged. But obviously your email is separated, but I also use smart mailboxes. So if anybody sends me an email and they mention mentorship, it goes in this smart mailbox. And any Substack alerts or any paid Substack alerts or any payments that were coming through my old system are all here in smart mailboxes. So we have to master email and be super efficient, and also like archive stuff, move stuff into the trash, archive stuff. So, I mean, for me, I like to have all of my emails, like, so I archive them like maybe once every 10 or so years, but be insane when it comes to your email. And again, it's like using just a simple flagged system. Anything that's important, flag it. Just flag it. And then set a smart mailbox called flagged. And if anything is flagged, then it's in that smart mailbox. And then suddenly you can just scan your messages, and anything that like, oh, flag that one. Oh, flag that one. Oh, flag that. And now it's like, now when you're able to, you can just look at your flagged messages and reply back to those ones. And it just makes your inbox so much more streamlined. Another thing that is super important is to mark your messages read. Like, I've seen people who have like, this is insane to me. Like, they have 100,000 unread emails in their inbox. And they just see this alert every time they open their phone. It says 100,000 under their email box. Like, so make sure that your email is always empty, and not like delete them, but just everything that you've addressed, mark it red. So when you open your email, it actually says nothing. And like it says that there's nothing that needs to be like it needs any attention. Like right now, I had been like, this is the inbox for me on my phone. Email is none. And 2 text messages, because like I'm constantly checking and constantly making sure that like, oh, everything I look at, it's red, or I'll batch mark red a whole bunch of emails. And for me, I'm on a Mac. A lot of people use Gmail for their digital life, which is fine. I use Gmail as well. Because I'm on a Mac, I use the Apple Mail program, and I get Gmail using Mail, because the Mail program is smarter, faster for email than opening browser, logging into Gmail, and sending emails that way. Just put your Gmail credentials into your Mac Mail, and then have your Mac Mail fetch your Gmail. It still comes instant, blah, blah, blah. You have all the same features. But then when you want to like click the email arrow, like you've always done all through your computer, click it, send email, it just opens an email and sends an email because your email is set up and in your mail program rather than in browser, which doesn't work when you do it in browser. So some suggestions, I think, to be, or at least use Gmail's Gmail's Mac app, so defaults to open in that instead of Mac Mail, but just use a mail program. All right, back to the notes. So I use filters and labels, and also unsubscribe from newsletters if you're not reading them, but have a folder for newsletters if you are reading them. Like isolate them into their own folder. If you're subscribing to newsletters and Substacks and all that stuff, and you want the stuff like mine, my very important information that I share with you, save it in its own folder so you know like these are all newsletters that you can go through when you have time, you know? So, and unsubscribe for the ones that you aren't looking at. You subscribe to all kinds of gaming newsletters or like newsletters that aren't related to your photography business or business in general, making more money or mindset shifts or anything like that. Like if it's not bringing you value, just unsubscribe. You don't need it in your inbox. So when it comes to balancing your actual life, this is something that, again, we're constantly working on. I'm constantly working on, make sure I don't have anything on my head, constantly working on balancing my actual life. And one of the ways that you can balance your actual life is by setting boundaries. Like setting boundaries, like not enough people set boundaries with their work life and their personal life. It's especially difficult for photographers, people who are trying to be professional photographers, people who are trying to be like freelancers who are transitioning from that life that you have right now to a working photographer, and you have no time because you have a full-time job and you have a wife or a family and kids, and then you're trying to also be a photographer. So you have to figure that out. You have to figure out how to set boundaries so you have a line between your work life and your personal life. And without setting the boundaries, like you're just working, getting it in where you can fit it in. And it makes it really difficult to make any kind of progress because if you're in that kind of a situation, consistency is probably a thing that you're struggling with. So designate specific work hours and stick to them, and then align that availability with your clients so your clients know when you're actually available, so they respect your time. For me, I stay up until like 5 a.m, like every day. So because I stay up so late, and I like working late, that's when my brain can like process all kinds of things, and I build so many things like late at night, you know? So because of that, and I know my personality, I don't schedule anything for myself before noon unless it's a photo shoot. If it's a photo shoot, totally different. I'll call time 4 a.m, no problem. You know what I mean? Or if I have to set the call time at 5 a.m. or whatever it is in order to get like what I need done, completely different scenario. but I still will stay up until 3 or 2 in the morning because I'm like prepping. I'm prepping now for the photo shoot. So I have to like have all my prep and go through that pregame, And if it's an early shoot, I got to do the pregame the night before, and that keeps me up late. So set clear boundaries, seriously. And it's important to designate time for this and stick to that time that you're designating for it, and make sure the people in your world are helping you do that. It's important. You also have to respect your time. You have to respect your own time and respect the things that you say you're going to do. If you say I'm going to dedicate 1 hour a day to my photography business and then you don't, that's on you. You know what I mean? So also, the more times that you say that you're going to do something and you don't do it, the less your brain believes the things that come out of your mouth. Like, you'll say, I'm going to do this, and your brain's going to be like, no, you're not. Like, literally, because you've broken your promise to yourself so many times. And when you do that, that's where the feeling of anxiety comes from, because you break promises. So when you say you're going to do something, you start to get that feeling of anxiety because you're probably not going to do it, because that's been your pattern. So you actually have to fight against the pattern of the ways that you've always done things and create new ways to do things and stick to them. Seriously, this is your life and your creativity. So balance your actual life, and you got to prioritize self-care. Like, for me, this is something I'm always working on. Like, our creativity thrives when we're well rested and healthy. I'm healthy, but sometimes I don't rest enough. So I know that I've been working on inching when I go to bed to be earlier. I've been just working on that constantly because I know I feel better usually when I wake up early and go to bed earlier. So I've been working on this. This is my own thing, My creativity thrives when I'm well rested and healthy. So, and I also make time for exercise. And I love walking and I love riding bikes. I love self-propulsion. Self-propulsion is my jam. I'm really into moving around with my feet and pedaling and that kind of stuff. And even in my 50s, I still ride my bike every day. So I prioritize self-care and I eat pretty well. I don't eat junk. And the sleeping part is one thing I'm working on, but I'm meditating and I stretch and I breathe. Just calm myself. And I think good things, and I believe in positive intentions, and I believe in positive outcomes always. And we have to schedule downtime, and you've seen me. I had to schedule downtime a while ago because I was like completely burnt out, burning the candle at both ends, like stressing about every view and every hour watched and every podcast and every video, like ranking and all, like and it's all part of me like decluttering my life. And part of that declutter is like me not stressing about it, honestly. Whether people watch or not, I don't stress about it anymore. Like, I used to actually stress about it and like check my views. Like, it is like, seriously. So schedule downtime. Schedule time for hobbies outside photography, walk. Like, I mean, it's so fun to walk with your camera. If you walk and you don't have your camera, you'd be like, I wish I had my camera. But it's also important to do it without your camera. To just like, because when you come back to photography, it's not like you're going to forget. It's just going to be like, you're going to be so much more tuned, like treat this downtime as a non-negotiable, and I'm going to schedule in more downtime for myself and more like blocks where I'm like chilling and not podcasting because it's a lot, treat that part like a non-negotiable. The downtime, just like you would with a client, or like downtime recharges your creative batteries, and it helps you not burn out, because we can burn out so easy. And another thing that I've been doing is, like, because I moved, I had to declutter my living space. I had to declutter my past, my old living space, because like I was moving out of a place I'd lived for 8 years. And this is why, like, if you're watching some of my old videos, you see some videos that are here and some videos that are like not here, you know, in a different spot without my wood wall and blah, blah, blah. Ooh, it's raining. A good rain. I love a good rain. It's wicked rain right now. I love it. So when you have a clean and organized living space, it greatly enhances your productivity and your mood. It really does. And you can start by just doing one room at a time. And I started with this room. As I said earlier in the episode, I started just with this room. And obviously I had to totally get everything out of my old apartment because I'm subletting. But like painting this new office and building and all the construction I did, it was so like liberating. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to work in here, you know? And like getting rid of things from this office that I don't need, donating stuff, selling stuff that you no longer need, keeping my surfaces clear has been, it's such a joy. Like my surfaces are all clean. Like I have places for stuff, places for my kicks, and I just started putting some photographs up, you know? So it's like, it's so nice to be able to clean your whole flat and organize everything, you know? Start with one room, whether it's a living room, your office, the bedroom, your kitchen. Focus on completely organizing that space before you move into the next one. Like literally one room at a time. Make your bathroom perfect. Make your bedroom perfect. And discard and donate stuff that you don't use. Go through every one of your things, which is what I've done recently. I went and touched every single thing that I owned. And to be able to get rid of things that I no longer need or pass them off to someone, donate them, sell them, it frees up space, and it makes it like, it makes those items have a new life, and it gets rid of stuff and it goes to someone who needs it, you know? Organize your storage, use bins, shelving, storage boxes, label everything, label every container so you can easily identify like what's in there. And deep cleans. Schedule time for deep cleaning each room, dusting, vacuuming, all that stuff. It's like a clean environment promotes a clear, creative mind. Honestly. So this goes into the opening your fridge and diving in there and getting rid of stuff and keeping all your essentials accessible, you know, honestly. And paperwork. This is something that I always hated. And organize your paperwork. Like, have a filing system for all your paperwork. Use labels, different categories. Like, most of our paperwork is digital now. So get a scanner and start scanning the things that you need and like putting them in the cloud. Reduce physical clutter. Purge old documents. Like, it's like shred your sensitive information you don't need. Keep your important documents safe. Birth certificates, passports, all that shit. Make sure you all have that. And like, this is stuff that you guys should know, you know? But like your physical workspace and like how organized that you could actually be. It's like your desk. And like I wish I had a shot so you could see my desk here. I'm working on a third camera, but having an organized desk is so inspiring, you know? Like I like my desk. There's not a single thing on my desk that doesn't need to be here that I don't reach, like my smoke, like a hard drive, a wireless charger for my phone, my AirPods on a wireless charger. Like it's like only things that I need on my desk are here. I'm holding this pen, but I don't really need it. I've invested in ergonomics, like this chair. This is an amazing chair. People think like, I need a gaming chair for my day. It's like, please don't buy a gaming chair. They're the worst. Buy an office chair. Buy an office chair, preferably a mesh office chair. My chair is like, oh my goodness. Cool in the summer, comfy, little back rest, and like great. It just makes it so I can just chill, you know? And my table height is exactly the right height where my tablet is, it like where my iPad is, my keyboard and trackpad, like, and I try to have a little bit of personal touches, which is important. Like, I have a plant. It makes me feel good. I like plants. I used to have so many plants in my old space, but I've definitely scaled back how many plants I have in here. But this little whale fin is nice to have here. And putting up some photos, personalizing your spot, like making it so like, yeah, I shot that photo with a GoPro in Brooklyn in the rain, riding to Red Hook Crit in maybe 2013, 14. It's like, and when people walk into this office, it's like, whoa. It's like, yeah, you like it? It's like, it's not just like my YouTube space. It's actually my office. So I do meetings here and people come by and they hang out on my couch and we do meetings. Like, this is normal. And it's like, I have my own entrance. It's like, it's nice. I have a little door here and people can come in the back and, you know, it's nice. Clean your space, man. Like I ask on my in my old Discord, by the way, the Discord is retired, but I always want to see what your desk space looks like because I want to see how people work and to see how your desk space looks. And it has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with organization. And organizing is free. It's free to organize your desk. It's free to have an organized workspace and have all your cables neat. Like having just a cable mess behind your desk. Like all of these things just make you slow. They just makes you unorganized, man. And like organizing your cables and your under desk and your foot space and like all your ergonomics, everything, it's so important. Like I'm working on trying to help you guys have a clear mind. And as I was closing down the Discord and looking at some of the old folders and seeing some desk spaces, it's like, it was time for me to make a video talking about organizing your digital life and your actual life. And believe me, if you do this, you're going to find yourself more focused, more efficient, and more creative. It's like you're creating a balanced environment where you can thrive both personally and professionally. You know, start with small steps, like work on one room and gradually build positive habits that is going to support your workflow and your well-being. You know, like your future self will thank you. And literally, I want to know what you're doing right now to keep your life organized. I also, if you're not watching me live, I want to hear some tricks and tips that you use to keep your life organized. Give me your backup tip. Tell me what you're doing in order to like make it so you keep your house clean and tidy. Do you hire a cleaning lady? Does someone come and help you clean up your house? Or do you do it yourself? If you do it yourself, when do you do it? How do you organize it? Like, how do you find time to do it? Like, these are all questions that I want to know. And today, it's Sunday, and I spent the entire last hour organizing my office. And I got to tell you, it didn't take that much time. Because I don't let my office get that crazy. I never let my office get messy. Because I want to like come in here, open the door and be like, I love working here. It's the best. Like, and you can, and it's like, imagine if you went to work at like a beautiful retail store or something like that. I mean, oh my God, kill myself if I worked in a retail store, but imagine it was beautiful. Like, you have to create that own environment, that same environment for yourself. Like, create that environment for yourself where you're like, oh, I love working here. It's so sick. And like, my desk is perfect. Like, work on the perfect everything for you so you can actually get to work, because only 20% of the time are you making photos. Only 20% of the time are you making photos. The other 80% of your time, you're trying to build a business and you're living your life. So if you want to be the most efficient, have an incredibly organized business, do your best to organize your life, do the best to organize your space, and you'll find that you'll be so happy and welcoming to bring people into your space, because it looks like how people keep their space when people are visiting. It looks like that all the time. It looks like that all the time. And once your space is like that, then you're very welcoming and you want people to come over and you want to talk about what you're doing because you've invented so many new systems. Stephen C., welcome back to the Carty crew, my guy. Thank you for rejoining. As you might know, by the way, and I want to know how you're organizing your digital life. Part of me organizing my digital life was taking photo review control away from YouTube. That was part of how I organized my digital life. Because listen, YouTube takes $3 of that $10 and they're not doing any heavy lifting. I'm doing all the heavy lifting. So what I did is I moved my YouTube photo submissions off of YouTube handling it, and I moved it to the Carty method. So if you want to rejoin a photo submission member level, there's no photo submission member level. It's just become a member at the Carty crew and then go to the Carty method and join photo submissions. And that's how you do it. So by the way, Stephen C., welcome back. Salim, welcome back. You too, you'll probably notice that I deleted photo review submission level and you lost your membership. So in order to get your membership back, you have to join back as a Carty crew member. Many of you who are in chat today, you'll notice that you do not have crowns next to your name. That is because you might have been photo submission member and I have just deleted it. So rejoin as Carty crew. Let's go. Oki, 10 months. Let's go. Oki is such an incredible supporter. Oki's been here seeing all of these changes and has been so generous with donations and gifted memberships and since the very beginning, Oki. So thank you. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you very much. So yeah, I'm also, it's just about streamlining, like having to join a Discord, but then where's the invite, and then getting the app, and then making sure that you have the invite and the app, and then also joining on YouTube, and then connecting YouTube to Discord. Like, it was very convoluted, but you still did it and it still worked. Now we're making a better system, and the system's already made, and it's already and there's already like 35 people in my photo submission community already, and there's 150. Let's go, Mike. Welcome back, my guy. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Oki gave Stephen C. his first membership 7 or 8 months ago, and now he is hooked. So Oki, what would I have done for you without you? We wouldn't have found Stephen C. Let's go. Appreciate you. So I'm interested in knowing what you guys are going to be doing this week to organize yourself. That's what I want you to be thinking about, because as I'm organizing this whole thing and organizing my systems, you should be organizing your systems as well. Let's go, big brother Les. That is my actual brother, Les Carty. His name is Opal Customs. Well, his name's Les Carty, actually, but Opal Customs is his painting business. Les just joined us back. Thanks, Les. I appreciate you. So know that without you guys rejoining, again, the whole commercial-free live streams is still dependent on the members of the channel. It's just that now is separate from the photo reviews. It's all about everything being in one spot on the Carty method. So let's go, Les. Thanks for joining again. So yeah, guys, that's basically what I wanted to talk to you about today, was how organizing, it feels like I jump out of bed. Can't wait to get to my desk to start working. And as I'm building out these new systems, as I'm building out the pro group and filling the resources in the pro group, and by the way, the pro group emails go out tomorrow. Like, there's just so many things that I have to do on a day-to-day basis that I need to be organized. And I'm constantly like, how can I do that better? How can I do that better? How can I do that better? And as I learn new systems for doing things, I share them here. So Substack is a system. It is a system for newsletters. It's a system for emailing. Use that system. Like, it's how I built my newsletter. It's how I built my newsletter to over 1,500 people in just over a year. And it's where I started my masterclass because it was low friction. The problem is that now my masterclass, and it's starting to become so much information that hosting it on Substack is no longer the place to have it. So I'm moving all that education into the right spot. It's going to be all nice and neat and easy to see and find. If you're in phase 1, your work in your market, you can click that section and find out all kinds of information about finding your niche, your portfolio, developing it's all nice. So Mike Morrison, thank you for rejoining, my guy. I appreciate you, Mike. My smoke machine's on hiatus because I've popped so much smoke lately, and you can see how much smoke is in the room. But as soon as it comes back up, the smoke is yours. Right now, after every once in a while, Mike, it has to reset. Nina, glad you're here. Welcome. Stimats, you'll see also that you're back to being a member. Look at that. You thought I was safe. I also downgraded. By the way, listen to this. If you were a photo submission member, I've refunded you. You get refunded wherever you were. You get refunded. So you're going to get a month free. And so when you join the submissions here at the Carty method, it's not like you're losing money. And in fact, if you're still frustrated because I'm making you change, just send me a DM and I'll send you the offer code to get a free month. But the second that I canceled, it said we are refunding everybody. We are redeeming that fee for that month to all the people who are at that level. So everybody who's now rejoining here at Carty Crew level, you didn't even get billed for being Carty photo submission level for that last month. So there you go. All right. So I hope that makes you happy. So, because I heard lots of people asking me and saying that they were worrying about being double billed. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to save you money and save you time. New community comments on the new community. You guys down with what I did there? I blew up something that I was using for three years. I just went like this. Blew up the Discord. Blew up, and I just deleted a membership level on YouTube. You understand that that's a no-no. You don't delete a membership level. Are you crazy? Like 72 members gone at $10 each. That's like $720. You guys will rejoin. You'll rejoin. And again, it's like I want people to be paying that are actually submitting and being a part of it. And again, it's like, I appreciate people who are photo submission level and not submitting. I appreciate you supporting, but I'm here to help you. I'd rather you not pay for photo submissions if you're not submitting, So Mike Morrison, glad you're here, my guy. Let's make sure. Oh, the smoke is back, Mike. Welcome. You got a good burst there, my guy. Welcome, Mike Morrison. Thanks for becoming a Carty Crew member. I appreciate you. So, Sean says that he's learned Apple reminders and notes to keep him organized. Yes, all day. Like Apple Notes, I mean, I still use Apple Notes. I just use them different now. I use Notion more, and I built There's a creator named Tiago Forte who invented the second brain theory called PARA, which is projects, areas, resources, and archive. It's basically a 4-stage method to organize all your notes. And I basically took his PARA method, and that's now like the way that I'm starting to organize my notes. My PARA system is going to be put as a digital tool very soon. This is my PARA dashboard: projects, areas, resources, archive. So, and it also, my PARA method comes with instructions. So I actually teach you how to use this thing. And yeah, I'm always working on building stuff that makes my own digital life easier. Then I test it, see if it works, and then if it works, I send it to you. All right, let's go. Cliff, thanks for becoming a subscriber. Cliff, welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Cliff. You're getting welcomed all over. So yeah, like it's super important. Like I love systems, man. Like I'm in my later life, as I get older, I realize like systems make the world go round. So you should get on building and maintaining systems for efficiency. It's like, I highly recommend it. It's so fun. Guys, there's a new community. The new community is at the Carty Method. It is very easy to access. All you do is go to thecartymethod.com and you will see, you'll see it. I'm just, and here we go, thecartymethod.com. So I'm going to show you some new, so first of all, I did some redesigns here at the Carty Method. And you'll see right here on the top, coaching, community, YouTube submission, digital tools. So make sure you go to the Carty Method to check out that. And also when you are going here, you can see if you click community, you can join my free community just like that. If you want to do YouTube submissions, you click here, you can join my YouTube photo reviews just like that. And the community, oops, that's not it. The community is and has been so amazing. Here we go. Here's my community. Oh, my word. It's like the problem is my bookmarks and making sure that I don't have to go in here. I actually have to go in the back way because I'm the owner of this. Sometimes I have to go through the back end to getting into my own community. So I can't show you guys this part. But let me show you the new community and how it's structured. It's pretty sick. So this is the new Carty Crew community. Hello, interwebs. There we go. Oh, you're trying to give me a so the thing that's amazing is you can find creatives and you click this and this shows all the photographers that are in here. And right now we are at a bunch. And also this is my Pro Accelerator community also is going to exist here. Pro Accelerator, YouTube photo submissions, and Carty Crew New Hub. All three of these exist. And if you belong to my Accelerator community, you'll see all three of them. If you belong to my photo reviews, you'll see two of them. If you belong just to my new Carty Crew Hub, then you'll just see one of them. And the thing that's amazing is if you are part of my photo submissions, then you will see my new assignments. And my new assignments look like this, where every week, every Thursday, I give an assignment. All you needs to do is join and then submit. And the thing that is so sick about this is like, it just, all of these assignments now and past assignments are all going to be listed in an assignment folder, which is right here. You can go back and see all past assignments. You can see the ones that you've completed, and it's going to be just so much easier. So this is the new community. This is the submission community is there as well. And part of the Pro Accelerator is the Pro Accelerator community, which is here. The other part is the content, and the content I'm building out right now. And that's basically all my course material, all the videos, like all the check-ins and all that stuff is going to be organized in one beautiful interface. So that's what's going on. And again, it's like, this is how I'm organizing my life, you know, and I think it's important that you organize yours. Guys, I hope today brought you value. I hope you use this episode today as an inspiration for you to start with one room, start with your desk. Look at your desk right now, wherever it is that you're watching. Just look around and be like, could I put some work in here and make this room? Make it so you're like, any room that you walk into, you're like, oh, tight. And then you're going to be able to get to work. And your mind will be completely clear and you can just focus. Guys, I hope today brought you value. Please leave a comment on, if I left a tip today for you that you found valuable, leave a comment. And also, I want to know what you're doing to organize your life. Pick one thing, leave a comment, because if you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it. So I want to hear, I'm going to organize my desk this week. I'm going to do cable management this week. I'm going to clean up my Photoshop files this week. I'm going to organize my TIFFs this week. That's what I want to hear. Guys, leave a comment for me. I hope this brought you value. Make sure you hit the like button because, you know, likes and subscribes are how this channel keeps going. Thank you for re-upping your membership. As you'll notice, there is no more photo submissions. Membership level on YouTube, but there still is photo submissions. You just have to go to the cartymethod.com in order to do so. Guys, make sure you're following me on social media. You can find me at Steve Carty on Instagram and all the social medias. And also follow BTP with Carty right here, BTP with Carty, because BTP with Carty is behind the picture with Carty, which is the show you're watching. These are my viewer images. Your images get submitted and then they get posted here and when they're photo of the week. So follow some accounts. Guys, I hope today brought you value. I hope you are inspired to organize your digital life so you can get to this next stage with your photography life. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, the members are still responsible for these commercial-free streams. So I love the fact that I just have one membership tier. Become a member of the Carty crew. Get emotes, get access to be able to talk to me, you'll be able to glitch me like all the other glitches and camera things that you see that my members are doing to me continually. Priority answer to comments, a crown next to your name, and access to all of my live streams and live stream chats. Some videos will be members only. That is still going to be a thing. I'm going to be giving the members of this channel more perks than ever before. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for supporting. And I will see you in the community. Oh, by the way, if you became a member recently, you're going to see your name scrolling across the top of the screen, because that's what happens always. I type these before every episode, and including the ones who just became members right now. I had to quickly type them right now. If you became a subscriber recently, the last 25 of you are scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. You'll get notified whenever I do something cool on this channel. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being a part of this Carty crew. Love you all.